Hello everyone, Jeff here. So we are looking at my 3.5 gallon Neocaridina shrimp tank, and the shrimp population is expanding rapidly, and right now I'm trying to focus on this right among all these cherry shrimp. There's a blue one right here. So in this tank, and there's right over here one of the adult blue Neocaridinas. But I have two adult blue shrimp in here amongst all reds. And, it might have been a month or so ago when I pointed out one of the blue ones was buried. And I'm finally noticing some little blue ones in the mix. And here's a couple of the pygmy corridors. Those are the only fish in here right now. I have 4 pygmy corridors. That's gonna change soon because I'm gonna stop moving some things around to other tanks. But yeah, look at all those, and there's shrimp all over the place in here. That's like one hangout area. I just put in some of these Hikari crab cuisine pellets that they're eating. So that's one hangout area, and here's another hangout area. A couple like rock piles that I put in here, and right here is another blue one. I can focus better. Yeah, right there's another blue one. I mean, they're so tiny, they're, not very, very colorful yet. But you can distinctly notice the difference between the blue ones and the red ones. But yeah, so I did initially get 8 adult cherry shrimp. I think it was like an even ratio, male to female. So that original 8, now that was going back to April when I first got them. So here we are in October, about 6 months later, and the population has grown a lot. So everywhere you look, there's shrimp scurrying around. Where initially it was, I'd have to scour the tank trying to find them, but now they're just everywhere. So my plan all along was to start to get a population going in this tank and get that established before moving any to some of my other tanks. But now I think we're ready to do some moving. And there's one right there on the glass. Yeah, so this week for sure I'm going to take some out of this tank, and I think I'm going to start with my 30-gallon planted livebearer community tank. There's lots of hiding places in that tank with plants, and there's a nice pile of rocks in that tank that they can hide into if they need to. And then these pygmy corridors, I'm going to be moving them out of this tank into my newest tank once that's cycled, to join another group of 4 pygmy corridors that I recently got that are currently in my quarantine tank, and probably take out the 2 of my guppy antler hybrid tank. There's a couple pygmy corridors in there, so move those all together to a group of 10. It might be difficult to get in here and remove them. I haven't attempted to do anything like that yet. Just being such a small tank and all the plants, I might have to get like a tiny net to try to do that. And then I am planning to put some endlers in here. So I think I'm going to actually put one male endler, which is actually going to be an endler guppy hybrid, because the endlers that I have, I started with male endlers because no place around here sells females, so the offspring of male endler and female guppy. So I'm going to put a pair of those in here, and then I think I'm going to also put a female common guppy in here, or feeder guppy. So they're smaller than fancy guppies, and see what kind of, cross that with a guppy endler hybrid male and see what kind of funky creation they can come up with. Because I have some feeder guppies in my quarantine tank right now that have had babies, and I want to get a population of those going. I actually have a plan to try to unfancify fancy guppies. I mean, fancy guppies are cool with the colors and everything, but sometimes I don't really like the fins being too big and floppy. Just makes them clumsy and awkward. But yeah, so that's what's up. Look at all these shrimp all over the place. You know, I mean, I haven't attempted to count them because, you know, I'd be trying to count them one by one. They'll move around and I'll count the same ones again, and I'll miss some, and I don't know. But if I was going to guess, I'd say there's probably 50 shrimp in here, something like that. That's enough to, you know, consider this population established to take some out and try to get another population going in other tanks. All right. And that's it for now. And remember, I'm Jeff, and I enjoy fishies. Thanks for watching.